What's up, YouTube? It's Chris and I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Comcast and what's going on. So what's going on? Comcast is instituting data caps in 12 new states. They've already had them in states like Texas, Georgia, just places in the South where monopolies are legal. But now they're instituting them in an area where monopolies are actually illegal, and they have all the competition in the world. Makes no sense. So where are these states? This is the northeast region of the United States. So DC, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, those places, you guys can be expecting data caps in a couple of weeks. The data cap is 1.2 terabytes. And if we take a look at their website, they really try to downplay it. Not only that, they make it seem like you're getting something. Look at this. All internet is powered by data. Starting in January, our 1.2 terabyte internet data usage plan will be included with Xfinity internet. Included like you getting some, all right, extra fees. You can do a lot with 1.2 terabytes. And then they go down here to list what you can do. Listen to 21,600 hours of nonstop music. That is if it's low quality MP3s. Or binge, or, not both, or binge 500 hours of your favorite shows in HD. That HD is 720p. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have any 720p TVs in my house anymore. I did in 2009. No one's watching anything in 720p. Netflix, you watching Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, that stuff is coming in 4K, okay? And 4K is 4 times the bandwidth, or I'll say it this way. And 4K uses 4 times the amount of data as 720. So you could take this 500 and you can divide that by 4 and 125 hours a month. You may still say, I don't want that much TV in a month. Okay, let's divide that by 30. 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day. You watch 4 hours a day of TV. You might not individually, but if you have a roommate, you got kids, you have a spouse, y'all watching more than 4 hours per day. Okay? Let's move over to gaming. Multiplayer gaming. Game online for 34,000 hours with friends and family from all across the country. Now, this threw me off a little bit at first. I'm like, how is gaming more hours than listening to music? I didn't really understand that. But I get it. They're talking about, like, you know, in the days of Xbox, period. And you multiplayer online playing Halo 1, where just the avatar pops up on your screen, or you could just see someone else's screen. It's like remote viewing or something like that. They're not talking about Cyberpunk 2077 and you streaming in 4K, or that you even using Xbox Game Pass or something. Don't even own the game. You're just streaming the whole thing. They're not talking about that because that's using a whole bunch of bandwidth. In fact, according to this article that's not showing up all of a sudden, there we go. According to this article by Wired, whom, if you go and read it, I'll leave the link in the description. You go read this. Clearly Comcast paid them. You go read this, and even per their own admission, they said that streaming and gaming in 1080p uses 12 gigabytes or 12 gigabytes per hour, and in 4K uses 15.75 gigabytes per hour. I'll just say 15. They're saying Google says it's 20 gigabytes. And they're saying, no, it's really 15. Okay, 15 gigabytes per hour. So we already know that this 30,000 hours is all the way wrong, right? Because if you take 1229 and divide by 15, that gives you, let's round up and say 82 hours of gaming. So here we have 4 hours a day of watching TV, and you have, that's 81 divided by 30, 2.7 hours of gaming per day. Now, I know I game longer than that every day. And I watch probably like maybe an hour, me personally. But then I have a wife that watches TV. I have a daughter that watches TV. And I have a son that watches TV as well. We kill this every month. So yeah, that throws that right out of the window. Video chat for 3,500 hours for all your remote learning and work from home needs. And they bring up a very good point. I don't know how much data that uses, but I know you can't really do 3,500 hours unless you're streaming in like 480p or something like that. But a lot of people are working from home now. So that's, 8 to 10 hours of streaming video chat per day on top of watching TV, gaming. I mean, our oven connects to the Wi-Fi. So, and all these things are constantly downloading and updating without you even using them. And a regular Xbox update might be 4 or 5 gigabytes. And if you need a whole new patch for a game like Cyberpunk 2077, that might be 50 gigabytes. Okay, so they're lying to you here. Just straight up, they're lying to you here. And then we scroll down and it says that think you might need more than 1.2 terabytes of data. Only 5% of our customers use that much. That's a lie. Only 5% don't use that much. And we're going to get into some real world. I already kind of glossed over what my family does. But I'm going to give you some real world content from that same article, from that same Wired article. All right, learn more about how you can get unlimited data with X-Fi Complete. So we're going to get into that too. All right, so let's go over some real world scenarios here. Like I said, I have a 4-family household. My kids, between them two, they probably watch 4 hours a day of TV. My wife probably watches 2 hours, and I'll probably watch depends, man. Did Mandalorian just come out, or the 100 or something like that? Then I don't know. I might watch 2 or 3 hours. It depends if I have something going on. But even if I just watched one movie, 2 hours. Okay, so right there, that's 8 hours a day of streaming in 4K. I watch YouTube videos also throughout the day. I game. I'm getting absolutely destroyed. Now, what happens if you go over? So if you go over, data will be added in 50 gigabyte increments, $10 each to your account. You won't be charged more than $100 in a month. So that's important to keep in mind. All right, so let's look at some other people. All right, so down here in the comments, but here's a guy, Birdcase, he said, I live in Texas. I have Xfinity and have not seen an unlimited option. So that's another thing in certain areas, and we even see that on the Comcast website or Xfinity website, that this stuff is available. It says for states in Connecticut, Delaware, Massachusetts, Maryland, blah, 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 those 12, okay, Ohio. It's not talking about anything in the South, so these unlimited options might not even be available in the South. I know this is exclusively a Northeast region thing. And if y'all live in the South, I really don't have any other option for you. Go to AT&T. AT&T has a gig option now, and I think it's unlimited, and it's way cheaper than Comcast. So, all right, so this guy says we had a 1 terabyte cap until recently when they increased it to 1.2 terabytes. Whoopee. I game normally, non-streaming, so he just has this. Though much of my gaming is multiplayer. Again, that doesn't use as much because the actual game itself is on the local gaming system. It's not streaming from the internet. As does my son. We do not use cable or satellite, instead depending on video streaming for all our internet. For all our entertainment, Netflix, YouTube, Disney Plus, etc. Save for the occasional Blu-ray. My son also does school from home. We typically use 800 to 900 gigabytes per month. This is my recent usage. Now, I don't know where he got the 800 to 900 from, because he only did that one month, and that was in July. They probably went out of town. June, he used 1,083. Just cleared it. 868 July, 1127 in August, 1227 in September. He missed it by 2. Now, here's the thing. You think Comcast would have said, nah, we think you did 1,300. Probably. October 1442, November 1001. And here's the thing. You got to keep in mind, this guy knows he has a data cap, so he's like on pins and needles, like, oh no, I gamed too much, I got to stop now. Or, oh no, are we watching too much, son? We got to turn this, we got to wait till next month to watch the next show. He can't binge the way he wants to. 2 people in this household are barely cutting it. In 1 month, they did go over. And this month right here, he went over, let's just do the math. He used 1442. So 1442 minus 1229. He got charged an extra $42.60. $42.60. Now, let's move on to how much you're paying for the internet, okay? So we're going to compare apples to apples too with Verizon, which is who I have. So you won't be charged more than $100 per month. And let's really quick go back to how to get unlimited data. So they're saying have peace of mind with unlimited data. Choose Xfinity Complete at checkout to do everything you love online for $14 a month for the first 6 months. And then it's going to go to $25 a month, and that does not include taxes and fees and all of that. So let's go look at how much it costs. $49.99. You say, well, mine is $39.99 because you get a $10 a month discount for auto pay. But that's only for 24 months. So it's for 2 years. After that, you don't get a discount anymore. And it rolls to regular rate, which regular rate is $92.95 a month. You want unlimited? Fine then. Add an extra $30 over in our modem for an extra $25. So now, and then again, this is not including any taxes or anything. So now you're paying what is going on in my hand? $92.95 plus potentially $25, because that will make more sense. You're paying $117.95 for 200 megabits per second. So to add insult to injury, let's go back to what they said. They said that if you go over, they won't charge you more than $100 in a month. We see that right there. Wouldn't it make more sense that if you went over, that they just charge you the unlimited rate? Wouldn't that make more sense? Instead of just charge you $100? Of course it would, but because doesn't seem like they really care about their customers that much or their own business model, because we're going to get into that in a second. So here's what you do if you live in a Northeast region. Get Verizon. For those of you that live in apartment complexes whose apartment complex has an exclusive agreement with Comcast, and this is what I did, okay? So here's how that works. The law is you cannot have a monopoly. Yes, the apartment complex itself may have an exclusive agreement with Comcast, which only means they're not allowed to mention competitors. But if you bring it up, they can talk about it all day. You have to bring it up first, though. It's per their contract. Not only that, Comcast pays the property, pays the owners so that they can pitch Comcast products. So when you sign up for Comcast, the owner gets a cut of that. If you say, hey, I want to have Verizon, then they got to give you Verizon. They have to allow you to get Verizon. There may be no literature or anything there. They may say, hey, we have an exclusive agreement with Comcast. Doesn't mean anything. You can still get Verizon, okay? So let's go look at Verizon. Their 200 megabits per second is $39.99 per month with auto pay. You got to have the auto pay. Same as Comcast, but the auto pay does not ever disappear. And if you have Verizon Wireless already, you already get a discount. So let's look at the fine print here. It just talks about there's a $15 a month for the router charge. Again, you get your own. And then here's the thing. Notice it doesn't say modem. It's just router. So with Verizon, you only need a router. You can get a router for $50, okay? So go get your own router. $100 setup fee. All right, so we don't see any crazy charge where it shoots up to $100 a month. Not only that, they don't charge tax. Tax is included. It's just $39.99 per month. Now, it does say with autopay plus taxes and equipment. I think the taxes come with the equipment, but the actual service, it's just $39.99. And to prove it, here is my bill. All right, so let's look at all the details. You see, previous balance was $39.99. Received payment, $39.99. So services, I have Verizon Fios home internet, 200 megs. I get a $10 internet discount with auto pay down here as we see. And it says $10 internet discount has no current expiration, like Comcast. Comcast for 2 years. This one just never goes anywhere. And neither does my rate. It's $39.99. And I'm no employee. You don't see like an employee discount or anything like that. That's just what it is. So if you live in a Northeast region, what I want you to do today is go to Verizon.com and then go and see if they are where you are. See if you can get Fios where you live. I know they don't have Fios everywhere, But if they don't have Fios where you live, look into Starry, look into RCN, look into Cox. I think Cox has data caps too in this area. I don't know. Y'all got to check that. But there are other options. If you live somewhere here and it's just Comcast, it's not just Comcast. You can get something else that's comparable. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. I really do. I appreciate you watching my videos. If they're helpful, please like, subscribe if you want. The whole channel is all about finance and making you more money. And one of the best ways to make money is to save it first. And you save it by reducing your monthly expenses. And I hope you guys do that. And I will have some more videos on investing and how to make money online and stuff like that, and changing your mindset. I've been a financial planner for over a decade now, but we haven't really got there yet. I'm just trying to help y'all reduce your expenses first, and then I'll tell you what to do with all that extra money you're saving, and then you'll build wealth. But anyway, have a great week, and I'll see you guys next Sunday.